feel like I was the luckiest man on the world because I'm sitting next to you because you're so beautiful. Mm. Hello, YouTube land. Yes, I was kissing my beautiful wife.
Get a room.
I got your message, Sammy. Thank you. Homestead in the Highlands.
I can't.
Wholesome Roots, Mama T, Duncan.
Smell. It smells like the candle.
April, Little Creek, Linda Reiner, Duncan 1900 Homestead.
What's up, everybody?
Incense Shop, a.k.a. Pickers.
Hello, hello. Hello, ladies. Hello, gentlemen.
Hidden within myself, hello.
She's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
She sent me a message the other day. She said, is this the pretty Miss Robyn or just Jason? So now Jason's name around here is just Jason. Oh, don't worry. It's just Jason.
It's just Jason.
Okay.
Well, it is that time of year again, people. Be careful when you're walking outside.
Oh, yeah.
Always be looking down, especially around the wata. If you're trying to restack your firewood, be careful. If you're trying to, when you're reaching into your nesting boxes, look before you reach. Snakes are out here in Georgia.
At least here in Georgia.
I busted a big old water moccasin today.
Well, hello. 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 It is so nice to have Mr. Wallace from the Wallace Knife Works in Homestead. Very nice to see you, young man. Yes, I said young. Young at heart.
Ooh, young. Now that's
or
funny.
Or did I say young old fart? No, young at heart, right?
So that means if they're here, folks in Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, South Carolina, Georgia, maybe even Tennessee.
In some areas, because there's some areas still got snow on the ground.
Yep.
But if you're North Carolina, there you go. North Kakalaki.
If you are outside, scan the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That water moccasin today was probably about a 4 or 5 footer.
Yeah, you decided to blast him while I was on the phone with my...
I don't care if you was on the phone
manager.
With Donald Trump. I got 2 baby girls in there to be watching out for.
It was hilarious, let me tell you, because you went and got the gun, and I was like, oh, maybe I can't. I was like, how am I going to explain this? Because you just heard, pow! And I was like, he's like, wow, what did your husband shoot? And I'm like, I think a snake. And he's like, where are you? I'm like, out by my pond.
Yep.
Yeah, you just have
blasted
to be
him in 2.
Yeah.
I took the first shot halfway across the pond, and he kind of went curled up in the water and was just like a bob, was just bobbing there. And he come over by the dock, and I said, well, just to be safe, I blasted him again. Uh-huh. And Dessa was so funny. She went, oh! That went in his head, Daddy!
Yep.
And so, there's your public service announcement.
Yes.
Why is it so dark here?
I think because you keep going back and forth with the camera.
So,
you know what's really cool is you didn't even realize it, but like that's shooting down on me, so I'm like, oh.
I know, I turned it.
I know, I'm not happy about that because I'm seeing stars.
Well, stop looking at the light.
Okay. I'm not looking at it, but it's like right there. Anyway. Alright, I love snakes, but not venomous ones. Look, even the not so...
Look.
What?
See that big bubble of fish?
Yeah.
Yep. Otter didn't clean us out.
I don't... she says I love snakes, but not venomous ones. Well, even the non-venomous ones will still bite you. I mean,
Just ask Blaze.
It still hurts. I mean, it's not fun, even if it's non-venomous. It still hurts.
You can still get sick.
Yeah. Well,
I got a bunch of bacteria in your mouth.
I just, at the end of the day, I still don't want to get bit.
That is a buttload of fish.
Yeah.
I bet it's all catfish, too.
Probably. Definitely be fishing this year. Yeah. Catch and release out into the other pond.
Into my aquaponics system.
Okay, so we've been on about 10, 12 minutes or so.
Other announcement. If you live close and you want to get into American guinea hogs, call me. I've got piglets ready to go. I'm selling them at $125 a piece.
Yeah.
And don't forget, our class coming up Memorial Day weekend, JJL Forge the blacksmith will be coming down, and myself, we will be doing a 2-day class on first part of one day is blacksmithing, intro to blacksmithing. Second half of the day, intro to predator control. The next day, you start out doing predator control because you will set a trap line with me. And then you finish out the day with blacksmithing. We are providing 4 meals, lunch and dinners on both days. And it is $150 a person. We're going to limit it to 10 seats this first time around. Josh is a little nervous. He's like, I can only handle 10. I can only handle 10. Which I really don't believe because he's got like 30 kids. So
oh my god!
I think he can handle more than 10 because he's got his own Super Bowl game if he was to match it up right. Just saying. All right, so let's talk about turmeric.
Hey, kitty.
Do I get the? Ah!
Wait, how much? $150 for 2 days.
Yeah.
And that includes
4 meals.
4 meals. It's going to be
2 bonfires.
2 lunches and 2 dinners. We're just asking that because I don't think a lot of people are going to be. I mean, we're not having people stay here, right?
I don't think so. But I mean, if they need to, they can tent.
Yeah. So.
Beer. You bring your own beer. Bring enough for me though too.
But yeah, they we're gonna have that. We're gonna do a bonfire both nights.
Bye, Little Creek. I wish you could stay longer.
I'm sure it feels like Josh has 30 kids. Sometimes it feels like we have 10. I mean, the thing is, it doesn't feel like he has 30. It feels like he has as many as he does, but it just feels like more because we only have 2 young ones to look after now. So there was way more of them.
You got kids doing the lobster through my house.
That was hilarious. That little boy was hilarious. Her mom's gonna watch. So. Okay. But anyway, it's going to be Memorial Day weekend, and it'll be 2 full days. Both lunches and dinners will be covered. That's included in the $150.
Yep. So
keep that in mind. That's to help pay for the food.
Yeah. Unless you're Rose from Wholesome Roots, and then you have to pay double.
Why'd you say that?
I don't know.
I never get to do anything because I can't drive.
I never get this. Don't get to talk to her that much, so I gotta take my licks where I can get them. All right, turmeric.
Camping. I mean, we probably could do camping. The problem is I don't want to open it up to 10 families with camping. We might do a couple of people, like maybe the first however many that sign up can camp. But after that, we can't keep too many people because we only have 1 toilet in our house. We'd have to put together.
Lodging. I am going to talk to the Days Inn in Elberton here.
Night, Ricky.
That's what I think of that.
Love you, Ricky. Glad you're back, Ricky. What's it?
Anyway, lodging. Scrape away Oh, do I tell you? Do I tell them the news?
You too, Jarhead.
do I tell them the news, or do I may have them wait for the video tomorrow?
What?
What tragedy?
Oh, no, you make them wait.
Okay.
Make them wait.
Make them wait. All right. Anyway, I'm going to go talking to the Days Inn. When does sign up for the classes start?
Yesterday. Saturday.
Saturday.
It started Saturday.
Saturday.
I'm sleeping on your couch if I come.
Come on. Come on. Mm-hmm. You're going to be sleeping with Apollo, but come on.
Yeah, he takes over the couch.
Now, look, you're going to lay down to the couch, and he's going to come walk right up to you and get, like, right here.
In your face and start
he's going to be like, what are you doing?
Get out. He does it to us.
Yeah.
Is it my end buffering? I don't see any buffering.
I don't see any buffering.
I love Apollo. We all love Apollo. Apollo's doctors love Apollo.
But Apollo is kind of moody right now. Mm-hmm. He's on a major diet, and he don't like it.
Don't forget, Anderson isn't far from y'all. Yep. Okay, so let's talk turmeric.
Let's talk turmeric. All right, I can eat this one, but it's got to get to 40. Got to have 40 people in here, and right now we don't have but 27. That's all I'm saying. Y'all been slacking, and I've been being nice and eating it anyway. But I'm going to tell you something. The way this one smells, we going to get to 40 before I put it in my mouth.
Yeah, it's rough. Yeah, turmeric is my jam.
Just saying.
Yeah, it's very, very useful oil. So I'm pretty excited. Turmeric is one of the oils that they added just this year through doTERRA's line.
I've never tasted this one.
Really excited. Yes, you have. Just on an accident, I'm sure you have. Well, I don't know. I mean, I usually put it on your butt, so you probably can't reach that far back.
Oh, we're back to 30 random facts about us. It's not a fart. It's not a fart.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. It turns everything orange. Yes, it does. Okay. So let's talk about turmeric. First of all, turmeric can be used aromatically, topically, and internally. Again, remember, if it's got the supplemental nutritional facts on the back side of the bottle, it means you can ingest it. Yes, so Kitty, that's absolutely right, but it can be for humans and dogs alike. Yeah, you can use it for animals as well. Okay, so turmeric is also known as golden root or Indian saffron. I need to stop looking at the comments, and I just got some in my eye.
Here, let me kiss it.
No,
I'll kiss
just
it.
spread it around.
No, I'll kiss it and make it better. Watch.
No, because you got lemon on your.
No, I don't.
I can smell it. No,
It's on my breath because
Okay.
it's in my teeth.
Okay.
I'll kiss it and make it better.
Okay. All right. So the first thing I usually always
All
cover
better.
is the side effects and the reactions that you can have to medications using this oil. The common side effects are upset stomach,
Diarrhea.
nausea, that kind of thing. But that's usually associated with overuse. So you have to be careful with this one. Don't overuse
wait a minute.
it.
You do the side effects all wrong.
Why?
Because you got to do them like they do
No.
on... Yes.
The Pepto-Bismol?
No.
Oh, no.
No. On
This-
any...
This
Stop.
oil
Stop.
Michaels.
Stop. You need to do it. You need to do it like they do on those commercials.
Blood
Side
leaking from
effects
your
may
butthole.
include... Side effects may include upset stomach. Your elbow may fall off.
Blood leaking from your bunghole.
And just run out a list of them, but only like 2 of them be true.
No. Okay, so definitely upset stomach.
Your elbow may reconnect to your shoulder.
Now, One of the other things is that this has been known to thin blood. So you definitely need, it's an anticoagulant. So you need to be careful if you're taking any anticoagulants or if you are prone to bleeding. You need to be very careful with this oil. A couple of other things. And in that, it can enhance blood thinner. So if you're taking a blood thinner, just like I always say, any of these properties, if you're taking any medication for that property and then you use this oil as well, you're compounding that, and you don't want to do that. It would be the equivalent of overdosing or using too much of the same thing at once.
So what you're saying is that all the vampires put turmeric on their teeth.
No.
To thin the blood out so it don't clot.
You're silly. Sorry, I gotta answer that friend request real quick.
Who was it?
Ricky Wallace. Because he likes me.
He shouldn't have never unfriended you to begin with.
That's true. But anyway. Okay. So, another thing. If you're pregnant, do not use this oil.
Sorry, little fella. Can't be using this oil tonight.
If you're pregnant, don't use this oil. It can stimulate contractions unless you're ready for it to come out. Then consult your doctor. I saw in several places it says it can stimulate contractions, so you definitely need to be careful.
Oh, the baby elephant's coming.
As far as breastfeeding goes, that seems to be okay, but pregnancy-wise, you're not really supposed to use it.
There are so many jokes right there, and I'm not touching it.
Again, another thing, it can interfere. I don't think it affects beer babies. It can also interfere with, and also with blood thinning. You don't want it to thin your blood so much while you're pregnant. So you want to be careful. Another thing is it can interfere with chemotherapy medication. Or with chemotherapy. So you definitely, if you're on chemo, you don't want to use this oil.
So we can't use this on the keto diet. That's what you're saying.
Chemo, not keto.
I thought you said keto.
Gonna have to use some lemon to get the crap out of your ear.
Flying duck.
Okay.
What the?
I'm really gonna have to put a curtain on that window because you get so distracted.
Look, we've got every right to get distracted by what's out that window because we worked very hard managing this property to get this ecosystem to where it's at, that we have wildlife on our homestead that barely anybody else in the state of Georgia does. So excuse me when I see a bunch of ripples and stuff bubbling up in my pond. I want to know what it is.
But you get to do that all day.
No.
Okay.
They're not doing it all day.
All right, so 320 Homestead says, although turmeric has anti-tumor effects. This is true. There's a lot of documentation for that. But again, it's one of those things that they interfere with each other. So it's one or the other. And definitely consult your medical practitioner for that kind of stuff. All right, so excessive dosing, so back to using too much, it can cause delusions, mild fever, upset stomach, or kidney stones. Also, you can make gallbladder issues, acid reflux, or heartburn worse if you use too much. So just be careful with that. I don't know. I thought it was
it was getting ready to, but they was like, no.
Yeah, no. Okay. The other thing too, and this is something I have to be careful with, although you can use this oil neat, I would recommend using it with a carrier oil. One, it helps to spread it out more. Another thing is I tend to use turmeric with another oil to kind of compound the effect. And then by putting that in a carrier oil helps to make it spread out more evenly. So that's just my 2 cents on that one. You have to be careful not to overexpose your skin to it because then you can have some sensitivity issues. and maybe cause a rash. So definitely be mindful of how often you're using this oil. Okay, now, what is it? Where's it come from? What is turmeric? Do you know?
It's a plant.
Okay, but what part of it is the part that we use?
The root.
The rhizomes, right. So, turmeric is in the same family as...
Ginger.
Ginger! Good job! High five for the fat boy.
Hey, C's make degrees, baby.
So it's the rhizomes. It's a perennial plant. You harvest the rhizomes. They need to be growing between 68 and 86 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the ideal temperature for turmeric to grow. And it needs plenty of water or rain. The plants get to about 3 feet tall. The rhizome is a yellow-brown color with a dull orange interior. Nowadays, when turmeric is processed, it's processed in water with like big metal vats, and they boil it and do everything and then dry it out, and then they do the powder and all of that. But back in the day, this is very interesting. Back in the day, the way they used to process it is they would put the rhizomes in a pan of water, and then they would cover it with a layer of leaves. And then on top of the layer of leaves, they would put a thick layer of cow poop. Yes, Terry, you can. There's nothing about, and actually, I'm going to get to why you should use it. They covered it with cow poop, y'all. And what would happen is the ammonia from the cow poop would react with the turmeric to make the end product of what they needed. It's pretty gross. But obviously, because of how disgusting that is, when they
Can't
started...
be no worse than your wife going, "Here, honey, taste this one." Oh, by the way, they use it to fix hemorrhoids.
All it would do is just make your mouth go closed a little bit.
It made my lips suck onto my teeth.
So the ammonia reacts to the turmeric, which makes the final product. Another cool fact is that India produces almost the entire world's crop of turmeric. Overall speaking, they produce the most and produce by far almost the entire world's supply of turmeric. They also use 80% of it. Turmeric is the main ingredient in curry. So it makes it have that yellow-orange tinge.
I knew that.
Turmeric's also used to color things like cheese, mustard, different things like that are yellow-orange color. Turmeric's actually used in a couple of cereals, some of the all-natural cereals that they use the dyes. They use it in that for coloring as well. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
You remember Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries?
Yes.
Man, it was so good.
I always ate just the berries.
So good. No, you didn't at my house.
You get your butt kicked at your house.
Well, I quit picking them berries at that box.
Also, another really cool, interesting thing is there are close to or exceeding 133 different species of the curcuma, which is what this is. Okay, so turmeric is Curcuma longa. That's the name of the species that they use for the turmeric. But there are at least that many. 130, 133 at least that I could find. Alright, so let's talk about history just real quick. This turmeric, the use of turmeric dates back almost 4,000 years. Okay. There is mention of it as early as like 235 BC, I think, or 250 BC. In Ayurvedic medicine, they used it for several things, but they also made an ointment out of it to relieve the effects of poisoned foods. So any kind of toxins and stuff, they used it to get toxins out. And we'll find later that for your liver, this is actually a good oil to use to detoxify the body. So again,
so you shouldn't liver it all.
God, I knew that was coming. Another thing to put into perspective is, traditional medicine was years and years and years and years, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, thousands of years. Modern medicine has only been around for 100 or so
during modern
years.
Times.
So definitely need to think about, when we start looking at some of these histories, that's part of the reason why I always like to cover it, because there's something to be learned from what they used to use it for, because that's where modern medicine gets the idea to copy it. They take turmeric and they go, well, what does it do? Well, let me try and make that happen in a lab and recreate it. And so that's basically what ends up happening.
26. There's only 26 people. We gotta almost double that for me to taste it.
Okay. So let's see. It dates back almost 4,000 years ago in India. It was a primary spice in India and also had religious significance. By 700 AD, it was noted that it was in China. Made it to East Africa by 800 AD, then West Africa by 1200 AD. So it took quite a while to get across Africa. And in about 1280, Marco Polo mentions it. He calls it like the other saffron. He said that it had some of the same properties. It smelled the same, looked the same, whatever. So he made mention of it. At least in 1280, we know. Also, by the 18th century, it's made it to Jamaica. What?
I bet you could hear it.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Taking the lid off.
Uh-huh.
Marco! Yep. He used it.
Oh, you were so silly. Now... in modern medicine has really grabbed onto turmeric over the last 25 years. In the last 25 years, there have been over 3,000 mentions of turmeric in medical journals. So they're definitely catching on that turmeric is quite useful in treatments of certain issues. So we're going to talk about those. One of the things about turmeric is it can strengthen the overall body. Like it's just an enhancer kind of thing. It just helps all the way around. It also can help relieve gas.
I know it's stinky.
Yes, it is stinky. You should taste it. Really, y'all have got to get us to 40 because, oh my God, it's rough by itself. So it also has been used for dispelling worms, improving digestion, regulating menses, dissolving gallstones, and relieving arthritis. What?
What's menses?
Menstruation. Okay, you had to ask.
Walk into that one.
Nowadays, y'all, it's even used in sunscreens and face creams. They use it because of its antioxidant properties. Well, hello. Yes, dispelling worms. Like internal worms, yucky worms. You can just see me now shaking my head because I know you're going to try it.
Not if we don't get to 40. Because this one actually stinks bad enough that I'm like, I don't know. Marco!
I've made the mistake a couple of times of putting this, and I'll talk about this a little bit more in a minute, but I keep hearing people or seeing people saying that they grow ginger and turmeric and they use ginger and turmeric. those two together are a 1-2 punch when it comes to things like arthritis, joint pain, any kind of thing like that. So those two together make a great roller ball. If you're, you've got some kind of muscle spasm pains or things like that. I use it on Jason's nerve pain on his legs sometimes. I have a roller ball, which I'm really upset we can't find right now, that I mixed the other day because my arthritis has gotten super bad. And Jason has a theory about that. But I mixed up some turmeric and some ginger together with some carrier oil in a small roller ball. And I was using that on my hands with my with the roller ball for the arthritis, and it did relieve it quite quickly, and that's why I'm upset because my hands are starting to hurt. Let's see, how about tooth whitener? There are many videos to mix with coconut oil and as a whitener, but some dentists say it stains teeth. I don't know anything about that. I've never used it for that. I know that it will, it is yellow. Like, when you put it on your skin, it is bright orange yellow. So I can only imagine that it is, it would stain is what I think.
7 more to go.
So, yeah. All right. Oh, God, it stinks. So anyway, what I was going to say is this is not my favorite flavored oil at all. I have a couple of times put some on Jason, and then I accidentally go to touch my face, or I, wipe my face or real close to my lips, and it gets up and it burns. It burns. It's definitely a warming. Like, I love the feel of it. But it smells better, in my opinion, it smells better when it has the ginger with it because it complements it quite well. Is the ginger over there by chance? Maybe not.
Nope.
Okay. So, let's talk a little bit about properties. So, with properties, it's definitely antioxidant. It's anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, anticoagulant. It's mood enhancing. It's hepatoprotective, meaning that it helps protect your liver. It also is a cicatrizant, which means that it helps to heal the skin. And it's also an analgesic, meaning that it's good for pain. Things you can use it for. Can use it for blood clots, which, like we said, if you have a blood clot, it's good for it because it's an anticoagulant. It'll thin the blood. It's good for things like depression. I think Jason's kicking folks out.
Jason's not touching anything.
He's not touching anything. It is good for inflammation. It's good for skin health. There are actually recipes. You can look them all up. There's quite a few of them for different face masks. You can do like honey.
Yeah, but don't you get 15 yards for that?
It does not help with sense of humor. Sorry, y'all. Somebody said something about anti-tumor. There has been research with breast cancer, different types of cancers where turmeric's used. Definitely do your research on that stuff. It's fascinating, but I didn't want to get bogged down with all of that. So if that's something that you're interested in and you want to know where to look, I can definitely show you where that research is. But I just didn't want to get bogged down in all of the cancer and anti-tumor stuff.
Nope, just holding my hands together.
This is also good for things like Crohn's, any kind of irritable bowel stuff.
Ooh, we're going down. 34. We was at 37.
Also good for pain management. One thing I saw is that it's good for acne. You can use turmeric and aloe vera together and use that as a face mask, and that actually helps with acne.
Yeah, but 15 yards personal foul.
Mm-hmm.
So Rose must be looking out for me because I know for a fact all Rose would have to do is post in one or two places and we would be up over the 40.
Yes, Lena. Renner, it does. I would think ingesting first, applying second, and inhaling the final would be in order of how they would affect you. So another thing that this does, you can use this to, she said, you got it. You can also use this to stimulate circulation, strengthen your immune system. The other thing is that because it does that, inhaling's faster than ingest than apply. Okay, there you go. Teresa knows. You can improve your reaction to things that you would be allergic to by boosting your immune system, because your immune system dictates a little bit of how you react to certain things that are allergens. So by using this to boost your immune system, you're lowering the chances of extreme allergic reactions. Now, you guys wanted to know some things that you can do with this, like actual practical things, like what would you do with it? Like I said, one of the big things that we use it here for is I put about 3 to 5 drops of turmeric and 3 to 5 drops of ginger, and then I fill the rest of the bottle with carrier oil, put that in a roller ball, and I carry that around for whenever I have any kind of joint pain, any kind of issues with inflammation. When my knees start to hurt, I can use it there. Homestead in the Highlands says it's very good for boosting immune systems of animals too. Let's see. Also, for arthritis, you can do it not just through rollerball, but you can also ingest it. One of the things there's several recipes out there, and one of them is turmeric chicken zoodle soup. I think we should try that. It's chicken soup.
How about the way that smells?
But instead of noodles, you use zoodles. And then you can also, with the muscle pain, if you don't like ginger or you can't use ginger, you can take turmeric and mix it with things like copaiba, any other anti-inflammatory property oil. You can mix those together and use them as well. Copaiba works really well with turmeric too. Let's see. With the turmeric, it's like Rose was saying, you can use this oil for flavoring in just about anything. Some people use turmeric in their tea. Some people use it in soup. All different types of things. Tomato soup, they put a little bit of turmeric in it. All kinds of different flavoring options. I'm thinking it would be good in chili, because I think it would be really good in chili. Yeah, I think it would. Oh, I just got it on my mouth. Okay, so one of the things, very good in chili. See, there you go. Told you. Another thing you can use this for, so I was talking about mood enhancing. You can diffuse this, do 2 to 3 drops, put it in your diffuser and let it diffuse. That, if you like the smell, can help to kind of relieve stress. So that's a good one. Another thing is, and this was something I thought was super, super interesting. I like the way it flavors chicken dishes. There you go. So turmeric with chicken. I've dyed fiber with it. It's a beautiful bright. Yeah, I bet. As a matter of fact, I feel like, what's her name used turmeric at the Homesteaders Conference. Janet. I feel like she used turmeric. Rose helped me out with that. I think she did. And if she didn't, I know she has. Yeah. Another thing that I thought was cool, there's a recipe for gout and other joint issues and pain called golden milk. Has anybody heard of golden milk?
I've heard of golden seal.
No. Well, yeah, I mean, Has anybody heard of golden milk?
37.
And I'm almost done, y'all, so.
So close.
Golden milk. So, you heat up a cup of milk with a teaspoon of honey, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, a 1/2 teaspoon of coconut oil, and 1 to 2 drops of the turmeric oil, and then a dash of pepper. And it is supposed to be amazing. So, yeah, I mean, you can use coconut milk, you could use regular milk, almond milk, whatever kind of milk you want. But I might have shared. Okay, 2 more uses and then we're done. Well, 2 more things. One, and this I think is really interesting. Turmeric by itself is very, very powerful. But the absorption of it into your skin, there it is. Absorption into your skin.
I see 39.
I see 40.
I see 38.
I see 40. So absorption into your skin is limited as far as turmeric goes. But if you take turmeric and you pair it up with black pepper is like a personal escort for the turmeric to get into your skin. So definitely are into your bloodstream.
I don't know what's going on. Everybody's saying they're seeing 40, 41, but we got 39.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I see 39. Taste it.
We've only got 39 on our end, folks.
40. It's 40. Taste it. I see 39. That's what we got.
Look,
there's 40.
Oh, crap.
There's 40. Turmeric is a great substitute for saffron. Yep. Yes.
Okay, there's
40. All right.
Really, that says 39
open
on that
up,
one.
Buttercup. Taste it, JC. Get it over.
All right, because I'm a man of my word. Here we go. Gonna open it up. Marco. Oh. Back to 39 now.
No.
Back to 39 now.
You got to 40. Go. Put it in your freaking mouth now. Lay back and think of England.
That's what it smells like.
Smells like a horse pile in England. Hello. Hope I didn't miss nothing. Oh, you did. But you had to get the best part. Yo, time, fat boy. Here. I'll do it so you only get one. Stop.
Oh.
Which tastes better, that or patchouli?
I don't remember patchouli. Oh, man.
It's burning, isn't it?
That's just... that is... that is some kind of nasty.
Now, the last thing...
I need some milk.
that I'm getting ready to tell y'all, and this is kind of a precursor.
Excuse me.
I don't know how many of y'all were listening the other night in our live stream. We were talking about different soaps that we're going to try. One of the other things that turmeric is very good for is reducing the
taste buds on your tongue.
Reducing the appearance of wrinkles. So I am going to try to put this in a bar of soap to see if it has any effects.
Does my tongue have any more wrinkles?
Nope. Yep, there's still wrinkles. You got my face screwed up too. Bring on the turmeric soap.
Ugh.
You're going to dye your face yellow. It's not going to be that. I'm not going to put that much in it.
My tongue
And I'll
yellow?
play around with it. No. Mm-mm. No.
That's some nasty stuff.
No, I think there's so much other stuff that'll be in the soap. I'm not really worried about it.
But trust me, guess who's going to test it before it comes out to y'all?
I test it first, and then you test it.
Mm-hmm.
It is. That's the way it goes. Uh-oh, you are yellow, Jason. Robyn is pale, and you are yellow.
That was a special kind of nasty right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Show was.
See, that's why the never mind.
What happened to that poor shirt? This one? He's had it for 3 years.
It's almost gone.
Yeah, it's just about had it. Remember, those were printed on almost like a printer, so it just didn't do all that well.
Oh, that was nasty.
I'm sorry. We warned you. I mean, you smelled it. You know what it smelled like? Oh, it's all over my hands.
I'm going to raise it.
No, it was not from InDesigns. No, our InDesigns t-shirts are still going super strong.
I'm going to raise it next time because people came in at last minute, hit 40, and then I tasted it and then they left. That's not cool.
Only 4 people.
It's still not cool.
Okay. All right. So, any questions?
Oh, that's some kind of nasty. Oh.
Any questions?
Ooh. I don't think I'd do that one again for a $50 super chat. Mm-mm. I wouldn't do that one for a $100 super chat. That was nasty. There ain't enough money to make me do that one again.
And we're all talking about adding it in food.
Yeah.
All right. Any more questions?
Mm.
Any more?
Some kind of nasty.
All right. Going once.
All right, well, we're waiting on questions. Don't forget about the Shindig over in Arkansas coming up on April the 6th.
Hey, Heather.
We will be there. We will be doing demos. I believe I'm speaking. Not 100% sure on that one yet. But we're going out there. VW Family Farm and Roots and Refuge is putting that one on. I'll be demoing some traps and talking about predator control on the homestead. Then after that, we have our class here with JJL Forge and myself doing basically a big intro to blacksmithing and predator control class. 2-day class. Saturday, Sunday. Mm-hmm. We are providing lunch and dinner on both days. And we are having a bonfire both days. And you are also invited to our Sunrise Memorial Day service here on the farm. Then you got us a chance to see us again in June at Meyer Hatchery.
Customer Appreciation Day.
Customer Appreciation Day. Then again in August at the Homesteading Life Conference in Missouri. We are doing workshops. That's the Off Grid with Doug and Stacy conference in Missouri. Then your final chance for the year is in October at the Homesteaders of America conference, where we are putting on a class on the day before, and we will be doing demos throughout the day there at the conference. And no questions.
Hey, Tim. No, I had one.
Okay.
Anita asked, what's my favorite use of the oil? I would have to say it's still for arthritic use. It's definitely one of those that is my go-to with my arthritis. It's been acting up a lot lately. And so...
The only times my classes stink is when Tim Beverly comes by.
He comes to help out.
Well, he don't help.
Customer Appreciation Day is on June 15th. It's a Saturday. Yep. From 10 to 4.
And Tim's going to keep coming in here picking on me, and I'm just going to stick LaDessa on him. At the HOA.
I think at this point, he's already earned at least a little bit of riffraff. Like, he's already getting a little bit. We're already going to turn her loose, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. She going to make him cry.
No, she won't. No, she won't. No, he's already got a little bit coming to him already. All right. Well, if nobody else has any questions, I guess we'll call it a night. I just keep waiting to see a circus at your booth. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Don't know.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming by. Be on the special lookout for an announcement in our video tomorrow. Something happened here on the homestead, and we are going to share it with you. And so be on the lookout for that tomorrow. We'll be coming out somewhere between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mm-hmm. Remember to be kind to one another. You don't know what that person could be going through. And a simple hello, how you doing? Have a great day can mean the world to that person. Recycle, reuse, repurpose. Keep that stuff out of the landfill and give our wildlife a chance. Remember, God gave us dominion over this planet. So that means we're responsible to take care of it. So, thank you guys. Thanks for coming by the Big Bear Homestead. God bless. And we'll see you guys Saturday.
Good night, y'all.